Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Taber and today I will be talking about multiple intelligences. So what are multiple intelligences? Multiple intelligences can be defined as different kinds of intelligences. This theory of multiple intelligences was created by a man named Gardner. His theory rejected the idea that intelligence is fixed by birth. Instead, he believed that children grow in cognitive development through different experiences. Gardner believed that there are 8 different kinds of intelligences. Musical intelligence is the ability to listen, create, and perform music. Bodily intelligence is the ability to use large and small muscle movements in order to express ideas, solve problems, and produce results. Logical mathematical intelligence is the ability to use logic, reason, and mathematics to solve problems. According to Gartell, the 5th intelligence is called spatial intelligence, which is the ability to perceive, orient in relation to, graphically represent, and think creatively in relation to visual and spatial phenomena. Interpersonal intelligence is the ability to interact and perceive the behavior of other people. Intrapersonal intelligence is the ability to understand one's own motivations, desires, and emotions. The final intelligence is called naturalist intelligence, which is the ability to perceive and understand the natural living world. Gardner introduced this theory of multiple intelligence because he believed that cognitive psychology and brain research over the last 30 years supported the idea that humans can grow in intelligence through learning experiences. Also, he believed that intelligence should not be defined primarily by the individual's ability to use verbal and numerical reasoning. His theory also argued against long-held assumptions that people had. In the past, people believed that intelligence is determined by genetics and that intelligence is fixed through life. Gardner, however, demonstrated that this theory or these assumptions were wrong because intelligence is not fixed through life, but as children grow, they are able to learn and develop in cognitive reasoning and understanding. Also, mounting research and from neuroscientists and cognitive psychologists gave evidence for the fact that the environment or one's experiences does affect cognitive development. These professionals were able to debunk the idea that intelligence is genetically determined. This research has implications for education today, as teachers must address the needs of each child. In other words, there should be lesson plans for different kinds of learners. This theory also moves teachers away from the importance of standardized testing, but rather focuses on helping the whole child to grow in cognitive development. According to Gartell, over the centuries, progressive writers have stated that the during education process only happens when the child's emotional life is blended with the teaching learning process. Emotional intelligence is therefore important for the education process. Emotional intelligence is the ability to perceive and regulate emotion in order to facilitate growth. Educators have the unique job of helping students learn emotional intelligence. Teachers can guide children as children are learning how to control emotions and manage conflict. All children can learn to grow in emotional intelligence. But toxic stress can make this process harder. Educators should be on the lookout for certain circumstances that may cause toxic stress. These circumstances include violence, poverty, mental illness, insecure attachments with other family members, and rejection by peers. To combat these negative factors, educators can provide children with love and care. In practice, this means also educators should be aware that the brain has the ability to rebuild itself. In practice, this means that new positive experiences can change how children think and act. Educators should create an encouraging classroom where all children are loved and no one is left behind. Each individual is special and has their own unique gifts and abilities. In this discussion, we have focused on how educators should recognize the fact that all children have their own unique intelligences. In my own classroom, I want to help students grow in interpersonal intelligence. Children can grow in interpersonal intelligence and emotional intelligence as they are able to manage and control their emotions. I would teach children how to express their emotions by giving them the words to say when they are upset. For example, a little boy in my class may become upset if his classmate Johnny takes his toy. In order to help the child control his emotions, I would help the little boy express how he feels. The little boy could say to Johnny, "When you took away the toy, it made me very upset. Can I have the toy back?" Also, children can learn social guidelines such as sharing, considering other children's feelings, and other social cues. This learning experience can be taught in the classroom when children are exposed to social situations where certain behaviors such as sharing and being kind are essential and encouraged within the early childhood classroom. Finally, children can grow in emotional intelligence as educators encourage parent involvement through parent-teacher meetings and school events. Educators cannot do this alone. They need the support of the family unit to help children grow. In conclusion, Gardner has had an impact on how we view intelligence today. According to Gardner, we are all unique individuals with different gifts and abilities. Educators must realize that each child is smart and gifted. We as educators must help children grow in their unique gifts and abilities so that children can succeed in life. Thank you for watching.